Yo, so after the absolute beating we took on this guy last week, I'd actually like to try and enjoy it. So, on this episode of Pugliese Speed Shop, it's time to finish all the little stuff we haven't finished, get this thing off jacks, and actually, see what it looks like out of the shop for a change. All right. So to say all the little things, that is an extremely lofty goal, right? Because anybody that's ever worked on, anything with some age for sure, but actually really just about anything, they're never done, right? Everybody always says, oh, when are you going to finish it? It's never done. People ask me that probably more often than they ask most, but that's a topic for another discussion. All right. So we took care of a couple things off camera, cleaned up the absolute mess we had underneath here, put the tools away, all that kind of stuff. There's a few things I want to do. Right. We should probably put some fluids back in this if you're actually following along. Yeah, we haven't done that yet, so we're going to do that. Because let's make a note of that, before we forget. And then there's some stuff in the interior that we started and couldn't finish because of some inferior parts we might have acquired. Well, I guess I couldn't say acquired. We paid for it. We just, I don't want to say we didn't get our money's worth because you get what you pay for. So we'll probably. What I'm kind of doing right now, guys, is I'm kind of like setting the stage for upcoming tech tips for all the mistakes I've made recently. And it's not huge mistakes. It's just little stuff we should all know. And I like to learn more than once. That's how that goes. But while I'm beating myself up, almost as bad as this transmission beat me up last week, let's go ahead and put you guys on a tripod, get some wheels on this thing, because I love the way that looks. And, maybe we'll be rejuvenated and in a better mood. Well, guys, as you can tell, right, we got all four of our shoes back on and looking beautiful. I don't know if you guys noticed, I had the kid pan in at the end, but every single lug nut on this truck got a torque wrench brought it. I did it in a star pattern to see them all, and I went around to verify. Guys, you got to do it. As somebody that's been in two vehicles that the front left wheel fell off of, by the way, neither one of them I worked on, for the record. Torque them. I'm telling you, especially you got aftermarket, you know, custom wheels. That's a must. All right. I had a buddy of mine, my buddy Mike. He had an OBS Chevy, as a matter of fact, it was a '97 4-wheel drive. Lifted it, wheels and tires on it. Ran him down with the gun. He was good. Rode around the block. They started doing this. About to come off. I'm about to run these around the block here after this rainstorm comes through, because guys, it might look nice outside. It ain't. And then when I get back, I'm gonna put a torque wrench on every single one again, because I really like this truck and I don't want the wheels to fall off. But before I do that, I should probably put oil in it. We talked about it. You didn't remind me. Come on. All right, guys, I probably shouldn't be mad at you. You know, I probably, you know, I should have put oil in it during one of the 2 videos that I made you guys sit through for a 32-minute oil change and then another 30-minute transmission fluid change. But I don't know. I guess it's just easier to blame it on you guys, you know? So, for you guys that don't know, it's pretty easy to know where you check your oil, because it says engine oil, right? Trans fluid. You put the oil in over there. Not there. That'll take you the rest of your life. But that's where you put the trans fluid in. So, we're going to get us a funnel. And we got some of this Dextron 3 right there. That's what you want. Well, that's what you want for this guy. Check your manufacturer's specifications for any other vehicles. But they say 5 quarts goes in the pan. We probably got out about 3 because it was low. That's what happens when things leak. I'm going to put 3 in, run it, check it, and go up from there. Because, guys, you don't want to overflow these things, you know, or overfill them. It's actually worse than not putting enough fluid. So we'll start low and go high. So before you guys ask me, you got like what is this, a gallon jug of Dextron 3. How are you gonna like count it as you pour it?
You pour gas into the car using one of these funnels, right? And I count how much gas is going into the car.
All right, let me just stop you right there. How exactly are you planning on counting a liquid?
I know how to count, dude. I'm not.
Okay, you do it, Mac, because I can't speak to him. I don't...
No. Clearly, I'm not gonna do that. But it's always good to have a measuring cup in the shop, right? So you gotta do a little math. 32 ounces. You know how many ounces are in a quart? I Googled it. 32. So we fill this bad dog up 3 times. That gives us 3 quarts. It's just math.
One. Yes, two. It's three apples. Oh, I love it.
So there is another way to do that. See right here, you got this little clear spot. You see the fluid on the bottom, right? It's right there. So you can use this gauge and just go by that. You can see the measurements right here, liters and quarts, right? So, but I figured that'd be a little bit easier just because with this guy, you know, you're like, pour a little stop, pour a little stop, pour a little stop. Ah, man, I went over and I got too much. So that kind of avoids that. As for the oil, this is a 5-quart jug. This takes 5 quarts. We already put half a quart-ish into the oil filter, whatever it holds. I'm going to put about 4 quarts in it, and we'll check it because every oil filter is a little different. Every motor is a little different. So before you just go overfilling it, check along the way. That's what I'm saying. Here we go. Everybody's got different ways of doing things, guys. This is my way. I had a problem one time. I was young. All right, I had my 5-liter. I changed the oil at Megan's parents' house, like when we first got married, and their driveway was on a hill. I didn't think this through. All right, changed the oil and put, I think it was 5 quarts back in it, and it was low. And I was like, wow, what's going on here? So I put more, until it read correctly on the dipstick. By that time, when I actually started the car, idle went like through the roof, and it was blowing oil everywhere. And so I learned. Now I do little by little. I check it, let it settle. You start it, let everything run, that kind of stuff. So everything's filled up ish, okay? Maggie just said that the sandwich is up there. So we're going to call it for a minute, shoot up there, get some grub. We'll be back down here. We'll check the levels, make sure it's good to start it, and then check them again after, warms up a little bit. Be right back. I got to come back. It's still lighter. I got no excuse.
2 hours later.
All right, so you may notice there's another thing of trans fluid over here. So this was 1 gallon, right? 4 quarts. But I used this on the Le Mans, like when we worked on the Le Mans. God, we got to get back on the Le Mans. Anyways, so this is maybe 3.5 quarts in this, right? And I said, this guy right back here, she takes 5. Well, this one had right around a quart left in it. And so there's almost 5 quarts put back in the pan. Everything's sealed up. I ran it. It's dry. Well, I didn't drive it. I just went back and forth in here because, guys, storms coming through are nuts tonight. But everything works as it should. We're going to let it sit overnight. Hopefully there's no leaks or nothing like that. But I want to talk about this for a second. You see here, right? Dextron 3, Mercon brand, all that, yeah. Well, it's hard to find Dextron 3 anymore because, guys, these things, as much as we don't want to admit it, 1994 was a long time ago, right? So Dextron 6 is like the new hotness, and it's supposed to have more vitamins and minerals and whatnot. And it says right on the back, right here, yeah, you can use it. This is what, it's the same as Dextron 3, but better, is what they say. Now, that being said, they say the same about the oil over here, guys, right? They say this stuff's so much better, synthetic, but it don't got the zinc that well, this guy doesn't really need it, but yeah. So make sure before you just go using something else that this stuff is okay to mix with this stuff. Sometimes you can't mix them. In this case, we're fine. There's no problems at all. But I just want to make sure that you can screw stuff up easy if you don't do your research. So we're good right here. We're good right here. And tomorrow, we're going to take it for a ride when it's not all rainy out and check the trans fluid when it's hot so we can get a better reading and all that. But let's just take a look. Guys, God bless it, man. I'll tell you what. She's looking good. Just putting the wheels back on, putting it back on the ground. I love the way this thing's looking, guys. I love the way it's coming out. And I'll show you. Guys, it's stopped right now. Now it's dark out. Look at this. It's coming in the shop over here. My God. All that being said, you guys already know. We're going to call it for tonight because, well, it's like 9 o'clock on a Sunday night, and it's probably the mature thing to do. But it's also because, oh man, I don't think I'm going to make it. I was going to say it's between showers. Is it raining? I think it's just wind. I think I got time to make it up there before another downpour comes through. And tomorrow, when it's not raining and all that kind of stuff, it's supposed to be nice tomorrow. So we'll take this guy out for a ride. Maybe guys. I'm trying to convince Megan to go for a ride, even though it ain't got air conditioning, you know. She's new car stuff. She's all about it. But maybe shoot down a Chapstick. There's a little ice cream spot there, you know. That's why we do these things, right? To use them. So maybe I'll convince her to do that. After we double check fluids, it's dry underneath there, so that's good. And get the transfer temperature, you know, check all the fluids again. And then we're gonna delve into some stuff inside the truck that we started and didn't finish. And, well, those replacement sun visors are supposed to be here in the morning or tomorrow. Maybe not the morning, probably not the morning. But either way, supposed to be here scheduled for delivery. You know, they do that kind of stuff now. Back in my day, you just waited and waited and waited. But anyways, we're calling it for the night. I'm going to stop rambling. See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow for sure. 3 days later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
All right, so I could run through a whole list of excuses why today's Thursday and not Monday, and I'm just now getting back down here, but you're probably tired of hearing it, right? So let me just bring you over here because the new sun visor covers came in. Let's see how they are, and well, then either way, we're going for a ride. So either it'll be a ride to celebrate or a ride to clear our head of more frustration. What do you guys think it's going to be? All right, guys, about the same shipping as last time. The Ziploc with a little bit of a receipt. So, new ones. That was the shipping for the old ones. Let's see how it goes, guys. First, for reference, this is how far off it was before. Hey, I know that guy. What's up? And the rest of the fitment wasn't awful. I would be happy with this. Maybe a little less happy with this one because it does have, you know, wrinkles. And of course, this is over here is terrible on both of them. So, wish me luck, guys. Well, it's better, right? There's hardly anything sticking out here, and honestly, I could like put a little glue or something and take care of that. And same over here, there's enough overlap. I could glue this up and make it look decent. I'm not getting rid of this stuff. I mean, yeah, I could iron it, but look at that. It's like it's in there. I guess I could do the same, kind of glue this over like this, but it's just not crazy about it, guys. It's not what it looked like in the picture. I don't hate it. It's better than it was. I'm going to tell them how I feel. But I do not feel like I got $40 worth of work here. And then this is the same. Yeah, I could iron it out and make it look a little better, steam it or something. It's not terrible. It's better than some of the pictures I showed you guys before, which we'll put up here again so you know what's up. This one, about the same. I can glue that up or sew it or something. Probably sew would be better. And again, it's not the tightest fit, but I mean, this is straight floppy, dude. Look at this here. So, Kevin, I would not buy these for another $65, $70. Just I'm gonna buy the other one, the actual whole piece here. It'll be legit, and you won't go through this aggravation. Man, I feel like we've dealt with this before. Well, guys, I'm not 100% satisfied. I'm not 75%. I'm maybe like 40 to like 48% satisfied. And here's the problem. When people are advertising things, they should actually take a picture of the product they're selling, right? This was not the case here. I'll show you the picture that was on their ad. Clearly like some AI stuff or something like that. So that shit strikes again. And, you know, here we are. Yes, you get what you pay for. We know this. We've proved this with the dash on the Suburban. Looked good from a distance. I was able to put a whole bunch of work into it, make it look okay, but not as I wanted it to. The tools we ordered over there, just online, guys. I am not a huge fan because this constantly happens. You get your hopes up, you get something in the mail, and you're like, I feel like when Ralphie got the secret Dakota ring and figured out what it actually did, and man, he was pissed. I get it, dude. I understand 100% how he felt. What we're going to do now is we're going to jump in this bad dog right here, shoot over to the VFW for cheesesteak night, and hopefully, we'll have the coolest thing in the parking lot. Well, guys, I got my 90s approved shades on here because, you know, it's a 94, and why not? First time I drove it with the headliner, loving it. First time I drove it, well, even with the windows tinted, except for when I drove it back from the shop. First time I drove with the wheels and tires, it rides so much smoother, guys. So definitely happy I did that. We're cruising along between 65 and 70. It may be a 55 mile an hour zone. Don't worry about it. It's going to be all right. Staying straight cool. I think it's got like a 160 thermostat in it. 40-something pounds of oil pressure. Charging. We're good to go, guys. About 10 miles away from the house. It's 90 degrees out, so I kind of wish I had air. But really, these windows are huge. Tons of air. I don't even have that one all the way down. So I'm all right with it. And guys, I forgot what I was even mad about. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. Hopefully we don't need sun visors on this trip because we ain't got none. But we got the 90s approved shades. I think we're gonna be all right. The check engine light came on once. We already know it's the O2 sensor. So we'll worry about that. I actually got a tune-up kit for it. Plugs, wires, cap, rotor. Light just came back on, O2 sensor. And we're gonna enjoy it. So if you're, well, you won't see this till tomorrow. But if every other Thursday we do cheesesteaks at the VFW, come on by. You can't get a better one in the area, I'll tell you that. Well, we're signing off. Hopefully you guys liked the video, maybe learned a little something. And we finished some little things. Some very little things. Not really. Actually some major-ish maintenance. We're going to do a lot more next time, promise, because I got a bunch of parts and hopefully I don't get my ass whipped. So, off to the VFW. So, we put in the work, guys. We're about to have the coolest thing in the parking lot. Thanks for watching, guys.